This has to be one of the best episodes, possibly because we see one of the best waifus in here, in my opinion. But yo, hey! Yo, what is going on, my husbandos and waifus? My name is HERMSAUR, and welcome to another review of Black Clover. I think this is episode number 6. I wasn't really keeping too much, and once again, I'm sick, so I'm sorry if I cough a lot or I'm sniffling a lot, though I usually tend to edit it out either way. So this episode has a lot of content in it, but it's mainly the initiation, the fake initiation that one of the members of Black Bulls makes for Asta to finally accept him in. What my favorite part about this episode is how accepting they are of Asta despite him having no magic powers at all, but he's able to pair up against the people he fights up against, which is freaking fantastic. Like his fight with Magna, that one was hilarious. Magna just gave him a bunch of tests to see if he is good enough for the Black Bulls, even though those tests were all made up. Though Yami didn't stop it. Yami wanted to see his ability, and it was so good to see. We also see how Asta's instincts, not really his knowledge, but his instincts usually kick in at the right time, and that he's able to do so much. This episode, personally, being my favorite right now. I mean, we could say that the Magic Night exam was a good episode, was a great episode like the last one, but this one in particular, for me, it's become my favorite. Not because of Vanessa, who is the waifu that was in her bra and her panties when meeting Asta, which, oh my god, waifu! We just see the many personalities of the Black Bulls. For me, we see, in the very beginning of the episode, we see how Yuno joins up with the Golden Dawn and how they are unaccepting of him. They're kind of mean to him. It's like some high society, high class, and you have to be at a certain level to be accepted, which is kind of bullshit in my opinion. But when Asta goes into the Black Bulls, they're very accepting, which is the group that Asta needs to be a part of. So here are the characters that we met. I had to write it down because eventually I will forget everyone's name. We got Gordon, the gloomy one, who I think is hilarious. We have Vanessa, the waifu. She's drunk all the time, but you know what, your boy likes to drink every once in a while, so hey! Gauche, who's obsessed with his sister, I think I said to say his name. Charmy is the one that likes to eat. Voltra, who loves to fight. I don't understand what Gray does. He just has smoke out of his mouth, because if he remains a mystery for as long as the manga's been going on, I think that'd be funny. Magna, who is the delinquent who had a fight with Asta, which I think was amazing. I like his power too. He has like a fire, it's like a baseball fire power. I think that's really, really dope. And of course, Finral, who is the one that did all the announcements. I feel like he's the right-hand man of Yami, who this episode, Yami was just a riot. He's just saying, shut up. How he would grab onto Asta. It's so funny. I love how people were saying in this episode how loud Asta's voice is. Because that's how we felt when we first saw Black Clover. How Asta's just loud and rambunctious. And everyone's like, oh my god, my head hurts, as Vanessa says when he was like, oh! Nice to meet you! In terms of animation, this was phenomenal. We see Asta doing those initiation stuff and him fighting against Magna. That in itself made me really appreciate how hard they're working on this anime. I don't know if this is considered a fast or slow paced. I felt like this was just at the right pace for us to see Asta getting acquainted with everyone in the Black Bulls. Though there's someone upstairs who called him an insect and we don't know who she is just yet. Or at least I don't. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys do. But we don't know who she is just yet. We just see Asta meeting everyone else who is very accepting and welcoming. But for me, like, my favorite part of this episode was Vanessa. Come on, guys. Come on. Vanessa, boys. Vanessa, boys. But it was nice to see Asta actually being put to another test. But besides him fighting the guy with the shield magic, we saw him fighting Magna, who had the fire magic, and I wanted to see him how he would pair against what we do learn about the sword that Asta has. I feel like Asta's power, which is usually the sword, is going to be him being able to repel magic, being able to break through things that are magic based. At least that's what I'm taking from it. Not so much character development in terms of Asta. We see Asta still being very loud, but him being very friendly, him wanting to be a part of the Black Bulls, which is important. We know that the Black Bulls, as Yami says, is the worst group to join, though Asta is more than willing to join it, which is great. I think this is a great group. Compared to the Golden Dawn, from what I'm seeing right now, I feel like they're the best group. Golden Dawn probably has a lot of perks and privileges, but yo, the Black Bulls is where it's at, my boy. Even I would want to join the Black Bulls. From what I'm seeing right now, they seem like a lot of fun. Though I could already tell there's gonna be no sleep, boys. So yeah, when Asta gets his robe, it's really cool to see everything that he does, everything that changes, and we actually get to see a little bit of Vanessa's power. I think it looks like Vanessa has the power to control Thread. I don't know if that's just a general thing, but when she magically puts on the robe on Asta and changes his headband to a Black Bull's headband, which is really cool. And they call him Shrimp Stud instead of Asta. So ultimately, this episode was just a test for Asta to see if he is willing and strong enough to be a part of the Black Bulls. And of course he is, despite him not having any power. And as Magnus says, that means you're a real man if you have no magic. That's why I was like, yo, they're very, very accepting. This is the group that is going to shine the best. Anyways, guys, that is my review for Black Bulls. Mostly, it's mostly a summary of the episode, because I feel like there wasn't much to it besides the initiation that he had to go through. I'm glad that they made him do a bunch of physical tests, because they said even though this world is based off of magic power, to see if you have true gut is what's important. And that's what Asta has. All he has is gut. He has no magic power at all, but he's able to skim through, which is great. Anyways, guys, that is my review for Black Clover. Episode number, I think it's episode number 6. Regardless, it was a good episode. I liked it. Good episode. My favorite so far. Vanessa. Anyways, guys, make sure you drop a like, subscribe for more anime variety content. It would definitely help me a lot. I know I have a lot of people that came from Rogers Base and CND from when we were live streaming last night. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Hopefully you guys stick around. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.